Welcome to another video lesson on professional business skills. This session covers the topic professional presentation and written communication. The important topics included in the syllabus under business communication are professional presentation, email and technical documentation. Starts from the professional presentation. It is the oral presentation or speech delivered to a live audience such as employees, customers, shareholders, etc. It is the oral presentation or mass presentation or speech delivered to a live audience such as employees, customers, shareholders, etc. For example, a presentation or a business presentation in the meeting of employees or a presentation in the meeting of customers or a presentation in the meeting of shareholders, etc. The professional presentation may be online or offline. It can be conducted through online with the help of certain platforms such as Zoom, Google Meet, etc. It can also be conducted offline in a closed auditorium or a conference hall. Then creating effective presentation is an important skill for professionals, particularly for business professionals. Each and every business presentation must be memorable and able to change minds of the audience. Each and every business presentation must be beautiful, memorable and able to change the mind or attitude of the audience. The main purpose of presentation is to give information and to persuade the audience to act in a particular manner. The main purpose of presentations are: first one is to give information or knowledge and ideas and to persuade the audience or to motivate the audience to act in a particular manner or to think in a particular manner. A good presentation should have a good subject matter. That means good content. Then should match with the objective. The objectives of the presentation should be set earlier. Then that presentation must be matched with the objectives. Then should best fit with the audience. It should be suitable to the nature of the audience and it should be well organized. Business presentation must be organized well in advance. Each and every presentation must be arranged systematically in order. So this is professional presentation. Next we are moving on to another topic, that is organization of a presentation. How to organize a presentation. A good presentation should organize in the following manner. That means a good presentation shall consist of certain elements. First one is introduction. Introduction must be good. It must be well planned and time bound with the eye-catching techniques. For example, an introduction can be started with a story or an introduction can be started with a picture or a videos. Then the body of presentation. Body is the main part of your presentation, that is where you explain your topic and where all your information is presented. It should be well organized with the supporting materials and aids. Then summary. A brief reflection of entire presentation. This is very crucial in every presentation. After the presentation, the presenter must sum up or summarizing the entire presentation. The next one, discussion. There must be a question answer session after the presentation. presentation, there must be a question answer session. After completing the presentation, the audience have to be asked the questions related to the topic with the presenter. So this is known as discussion or question answer session. Then one more element is there, conclusion. Conclusion means a final conclusion after discussion. After completing the entire presentation, there must be a conclusion is needed. Next one or next topic, characteristics or requisites of a good presentation or presentation techniques. How to make a presentation in a better manner. First one, it includes a goal or objectives before presentation. It should be fixed well in advance. The objectives or goal of the presentation should be fixed in advance. Then right content or main part of the presentation should be structured and logically organized. The main part or content must be structured and logically organized. The next one, the organized manner. That means the organized content into introduction, body, summary and conclusion. That means the elements of presentation must be arranged in proper manner. These are some elements of a presentation, that is introduction, body, summary and conclusion. These elements must be properly arranged or organized in a proper manner. The next one, concise and focused on the topic. The presentation must be concise and focused on the topic and also not deviated from the topic. The presenter must concise and focused on the topic, not deviated from the topic. Next one, good appearance and postures. The appearance, body language of the presenter are very important in every presentation. Next one, good communication skill. That means skill in both verbal and non-verbal communication. The presenter must have a good communication skill, whether the verbal and non-verbal communication. Next one, avoid common mistakes. There are different types of common mistakes are affecting in a presentation. So these mistakes must be avoided. What are the common mistakes in a presentation must be discussed in later. Next one, use of audio-visual aids. Audio-visual aids improves the efficiency of the presentation. They can use audio-video, then audio-video visual aids such as LCD, projector, etc. in presentation. The audio-video visuals helps to increasing the efficiency of the presentation. So the presenter have the right to include audio-visual aids in the presentation. It will help to increasing the efficiency of the presentation. The audio-video visuals are LCD, projector, etc. Then use of supporting materials. Number of supporting materials can be used in presentation to make the presentation attractive, such as using pictures, displaying documents, playing videos. At the time of presentation, the presenter have the right to using some kinds of supporting materials like documents, pictures, videos, quotations, etc. The next one, eye contact in offline presentation. It is very important. Making eye contact to the individuals give them a sense of involvement in your presentation and helps to convey your objectives on a personal level. Next, encourage questions from the audience. One-way presentation is not at all effective. We have to encourage our participants to ask questions during the presentation. At the time of presentation, the presenter has to encourage the audience to ask questions. Then time management. It is very important. Decide the starting time and ending time of the presentation. Before doing a presentation, the presenter must decide the starting and ending time of the presentation. Then summarize the presentation at the end. We have to summarize the topic at the end of the session. All the presenter must summarize the presentation at the end of the session. Then discussion or question answer session at the end. There must be a discussion or a question answer session at the end to clarify the doubts of the participants. After the presentation, the presenter must conduct a question answer session or a discussion session. It will help to clear the doubts of the participants. Then feedback and follow-up. There must be a proper feedback and follow-up, collecting the feedback from the participants about the presentation. So these are the different characteristics or requisites of a good presentation. Next topic, common mistakes to be avoided in a presentation. What are the common mistakes included in a presentation? There are some common mistakes are affected in our presentation. That mistakes must be avoided. What are the common mistakes included in a presentation? The first one is no planning and no research. Many persons are come to the presentation without any planning or research. A good presentation must be well planned. Without proper planning and research, the presentation is not effective. So before going to the presentation, the presenter must plan and research the presentation topics. Next one, poor content. It is the next problem. Your content must be good. Good content will explain and educate your audience about your product or services and give the audience a message they will remember. Next one, reading speech is another problem. Some people read the topic at the time of presentation using some kinds of materials in front of at the time of presentation. It is not an effective way of presentation. Next one, appropriate time for the audience. The time selected for the presentation must be suitable to the presenter and to the audience. Then bad body language. It is another problem. It is highly important to have a proper body movements and postures while speaking on a stage in front of an audience. Body language is very important in all forms of communication. Then failure to make eye contact. At the time of presentation, the presenter must keep eye contact with the audience. Without eye contact, the presentation is not effective. Next, lack of conviction. It means all the shared information must be clear for all the audience. What are the information sharing at the time of presentation? The shared information must be clear for all the audience. That is another problem. Then not enough audio visuals. The audio visuals helps the presentation more lively and also helps to avoid the boring of audience. So at the time of presentation, the presenter must using some types of audio visuals. It will help to increasing the efficiency of the presentation and also avoid the boredom or boring of the audience. Then too much slides on a text. It is one of the common mistakes of presenter. Actually, a slide contains a small number of information or a text. Only the audience can easily read. Then only the audience can easily read the text. The contents or the text in the slides are comparatively too small. Then not using legible font in slides. The font using slides must be legible. At the time of preparing slides for the presentation, we have to be using some types of legible fonts like Times New Roman, Calibri, etc. Then only the audience or participants can easily legible. Then technical problems. It is a common problem in most of the presentation. Technical problems like power failure, failure of equipments, loss of connectivity, etc. Before going to the presentation, must ensure the technical problems and taking appropriate precautions. then no discussion, feedback and follow-up. In most of the presentation end without any summary, feedback and discussion. It is not a proper way. After the end of the presentation must be conduct a discussion and a feedback session. So these are the common mistakes included in a presentation. So these common mistakes must be avoided at the time of presentation. So we are moving on to another topic, types of communication. Now let us review the types of communication which we presented in the last class. A communication may be classified as verbal and non-verbal. Verbal communication may be oral or written. Oral consists of speaking and listening. Then written consists of writing and reading. Then non-verbal communication consists of facial expression, gestures, postures, proximity, touches, etc. So we are moving on. Non-verbal communication. What do you mean by non-verbal communication? Non-verbal communication, these are some types of non-verbal communication. Facial expression, gestures, postures, proximity and touches. The first one is facial expression. That means expression on the face of a person. The face and its expression. It is called micro-expression. These are very important in presentation. Then second one is gestures. Movement of the body, head, hand, etc. The body movement is very important in each and every presentation. It is a kind of non-verbal communication. An oral presentation must be properly supported by body movements. The next one, postures. Position of holding body while standing or sitting. The term postures means the position of holding body while standing or sitting. Then proximity and touches. That is the distance between participants. How close the presenter stands to audience. Whether the presenter touches them, etc. So, next term is one of the important terms related with non-verbal communication. The term is kinesics. What is kinesics? It is very important in this context. Kinesics is the study of body movements in a communication. It includes the study of the facial expression, gestures, postures, proximity and touches, etc. Or in short, kinesics is the study of elements of non-verbal communication. So you have to remember the term kinesics. It's the study of body movements in communication. It includes the study of facial expression, gestures, postures, proximity, touches, etc. So the next topic is different presentation postures. Let me come to the postures. What are the different presentation postures? So these are the different presentation postures. The first one is standing. Standing up straight, relaxed and stand with feet apart and a shoulder squared facing this audience. The presenter standing up straight and relaxed manner and facing the audience also. The second one, hands and arms. Keep hands between shoulders and hips. Move the hands according to the speech. Do not place the hands in pocket and do not fold the hands, etc. So, movement hand according to speech is very important at the time of presentation. Then eye contact. Look at the audience and also rotate your eyes. Don't look down or to the materials. Don't look at the materials at the time of presentation. The presenter keeps eye contact with the audience and rotate with the eyes and focusing the audience, and don't look at the materials at the time of presentation. Then head. Hold the heads high with a smile, not a fidget. Next one, body movements. Body movements must be appropriate to the speech. Next one, palms up and palms down. That means the position of our palms. Palms up indicate the openness and honesty. Palms down indicates the sign of strength and authority. The next one, staple the hand. Fingertips of one hand touches the respective fingertips on the opposite hand. It will give confidence to some speakers. Then rotate or change position. Do not maintain same position throughout a presentation. The presenter has to change the position at the time of presentation. Next one, open and closed postures. Posture may be open and closed. Closed posture means arms folded, crossed legs, etc. Open means straight, polite and friendly. Arms in suitable position, and open posture means create openness and interest in someone to listen and ask questions. Then mirroring. It is the behavior in which one person unconsciously imitates the gestures, speech pattern or attitude of another. Example, the listener will typically smile or frown along with the speaker. So these are the different presentation postures. Next topic is written communication. What do you mean by written communication? Written communication involves any type of interaction that makes the use of the written words. And this written communication is the most reliable and effective way of communication that makes the use of written words. Then written communication is the most common and effective mode of business communication. It is the most reliable and effective mode of business communication method. In any organization, the electronic mails, memos, reports, documents, letters, journals, job description, employee manuals, etc. are some of the commonly used form of written communication. All these are some examples of written communication in business. The next topic, importance of important written communications in business. What are the different types of important written communications? Let us analyze the important written communications in business. The first one is business letter, email, business memo, notice, etc. The first one is business letters. Printed letters sent by mail, speed post, courier, etc. It is generally used for external communication. In normal sense, it is generally used for communications with outside parties of the organization. Second one, email or electronic mail. It is a message or letter sent via internet. It helps to connect the people inside and outside the organization. One of the common written document or written communication method is email. The topic of email will be discussed in later. The third one is business memo or memorandum. Short documents used to transmit official information within a business. It is an official communication method to transmit the information with employees or other parties. So these type of memos or memorandums are used for transmit the information with employees or other parties in an organization. Then next one, notice. It is a written or printed announcement to inform a large number of people about something in the business. It is used for sharing the information with a large number of participants at a time. So notice is one of the common written communication method used in an organization to sharing an information with a large number of audience. The next one is circular. It is an official letter containing some important information, instruction or orders that is distributed to a large number of people. It is used for internal communication. Actually, it is an official letter and it contains important information or instruction or orders that is distributed to a large number of people in an organization. The next one, reports. A document prepared to communicate the outcome of an activity or assigned job. It is used for internal and external reporting. Example, annual accounts of the company and audit reports, etc. There are different types of reports prepared by an organization, for example, annual report, audit report, etc. So these annual report and audit reports are one of the common written documents or written communications in an organization. The next one, agenda and minutes. These agenda and minutes of written communications are related with the meeting. Agenda is the outline of the topics that must be taken up during a meeting. So agenda can be prepared before starting the meeting, and minutes are the written records of decision taken in a meeting. The term minutes means what are the decisions taken in a meetings of an organization that can be written in a minutes book, that is known as minutes. Next one, promotional materials. It consists of catalogs, leaflets, press report, brochures, business cards, advertising materials both in print and electronic form. Some promotional materials are also in the kind of written communication methods. The organization using some kinds of brochures, catalog, business cards, etc. The next one, employee manuals. It is the handbook given to employees. It contains job-related information which employees need to know. Actually, employee manuals is a handbook given to the employees. It contains what are the jobs or job-related information and what are the jobs performed by the employees in an organization and the nature of the job and time period of the job. These are the information included in a handbooks or employees manuals. It is also a written document. Next one, other documents, resolutions, questionnaires, survey reports, research report, memorandum and articles of association. So some other documents prepared by the organizations in a written form, say like questionnaire, survey report, research report and memorandum and articles of association. You know what is memorandum and articles of association? I think you already studied in the previous semester. Memorandum and articles of association are the two important documents prepared by the company. Then next topic. What are the benefits of written communication? It creates a permanent record. The records helps the business owners and managers to access information at any time. It can be used for future reference. So these printed documents or printed records is a permanent record. It can be used for future reference also. Then formal and authoritative. It is a formal, officially recognized documents of the organization. Order, allocation of work, job distribution, etc. In written form, reduce ambiguity and helps in fixation of responsibility. So these type of written documents or written communication methods are formal and authoritative. Next one, legal documents. These documents are accepted for legal purpose. The written documents are accepted for legal purpose. The next one, accurate and precise. Since it is prepared with due care and repeated drafting, it will be precise and error-free. So the written documents are prepared by different types of drafting, and so there is no error in the written documents, and it is prepared with due care. So it is more accurate and more precise. The next one, suitable for long distance communication. It is best suitable for communication to the parties or outside business. It can be sent any place in the world. So these type of written documents helps to send the documents with outside parties of the business at any place in the world. Next one, clear and complete understanding. As the receiver gets the opportunity to read the message again and again, it gives a clear and easy understanding. It gives the receiver sufficient time to think, act and react. So these types of written document helps the reader for read the information again and again. It gives the clear picture about the information and easy to understand. Next one, suitable for long message. It is best suitable for long messages where one-time reading is not possible. Next one, less possibility for distortion. It avoids the possibility of losing points generally happened in oral communication. Next one, it is suitable for standing orders and reports. It is best suitable for standing rules and orders established in the organization. It is also suitable for business reports such as annual reports of business. So these type of written documents are mainly used by the organization for preparing annual reports and some kinds of important at the time of using preparation of some types of important documents like annual report, memorandum, articles, etc. The next one, suitable for sending statistical data. It is suitable for sending statistical data, chart, diagram, pictures, etc. Next one, it can be sent to many persons. Same message can be sent to many persons at a time. So the written message helps to send the same messages for many persons at a time. Next one, build goodwill and image. A good written communication can create goodwill and promote the business. So a good written communication easily helps to increasing the goodwill and promote the business organization. So these are the main benefits of written communication. Next one, limitations of written communication. First one, it is time consuming. Composing a message or writing or typing the message, sending it to appropriate destination, etc. take much time. So at the time of written communication, it take more time at the time of writing, typing and composing a message. So it will take many times or more time as compared to other communication. Next one, it is expensive. It is expensive in terms of cost of paper, printing charges, postal charges and time spent on its draft and dispatch. So it is much expensive as compared to other communication because the cost of paper, printing charges and postal charges, etc. Next one, no secrecy. It cannot maintain strict secrecy which would have been possible in oral communication. The secrecy can be maintained in oral communication, but in the case of written communication, no secrecy or no secret. Next one, less flexibility. Being written in nature, it is less flexible and cannot be changed easily. So the written documents cannot change easily, so it's less flexibility. Next one, not suitable for emergency. These type of written communications are not suitable for emergency purpose, or it is not effective in the case of emergency situations. Next one, not suitable for illiterate persons. It is not suitable for illiterate and less educated people who cannot read and interpret the message. When a person is illiterate or the person don't have an education or a knowledge, or illiterate persons, not suitable for this type of written communication. They cannot read and interpret the information or message. The next one, lack of personal touch. As it lacks personal touch, it is difficult to motivate or persuade a person through a written communication. So, this is all about today's class. Today, we learned what I mean by presentation or professional presentation and what are the characteristics or requisites of a good presentation, and also how to organize a presentation, and next topic, types of communication, that is two types, non-verbal communication and written communication. Today we are discussing non-verbal communication and written communication. In the area of non-verbal communication, we studied what are the different presentation postures and also what are the importance of written communication and what are the limitations of written communications. So this is all about today's class. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.